football in particular, any sport, a chip on the shoulder is a good thing. That's what gives you that edge. That's what gives you that hunger. I got something to prove. Oh no, we're for real. They want to make sure those kids realize you went to the wrong school, my friend. And I think that it's having the kids want to prove something. That's a good thing.
I want to be known as one of the top programs in the state. You know, that at the big school level, there's been a handful of teams that have dominated the landscape. If you're as old as I am, you remember days when there were good PIL teams. It's not that long ago that Grant was a quarterfinalist, was a semifinalist. I think some of the things that the state did in terms of restructuring the PIL, some of that tradition and some of that flavor was lost. And so we're trying to reestablish that even within our own league.
Heath knows we can do it, and he makes sure that everybody understands what we're doing, and then once we understand it, he puts it to work.
This past few months, we've sort of had to transition not only into like a whole new offense and a whole new coach, but we've also had to redefine the identity of our whole team.
The goal for every high school team in the state of Oregon is to win the Oregon State title. But to get there, we have smaller goals, and that's win the PIL, obviously, and of course, beat Lincoln.
We want to host a home playoff game and win that home playoff game. It's time to get ready and go. And so from a coaching perspective, it's all about, we got to be ready for September 4.
Hey, defense, move it up.
We are very, very lucky to get Dominic Ferraro. He's a guy that obviously tremendous success at Westview, top offense in the state for several years.
We call it trying to get to the fifth quarter, which means we want to run enough plays that would emulate 5 quarters of football.
I think the biggest struggle has been that we're moving at a faster tempo now. With the new offense, we're going play after play after play.
He's one of those coaches that is like, I know you can do it, so I'm gonna have high expectations for you. And he pushes us and makes sure that we're up there and onto those expectations.
It's hard for opponents to simulate that in practice and get used to it, so I think it'll be an advantage for us.
It's going to be 99 degrees today, and we're going to be in shoulder pads and helmets. We're going to find out who's going to let that get to them and who's going to be able to persevere and work their way through that.
It can be really physically exhausting. If you're practicing twice a day in really hot temperatures, it's really hard to keep up with enough fluid intake. The more hits you take, the more hits you give, the longer you're out there, the higher chance of something happening. But that being said, you also have to get the reps in to learn.
We talk about getting comfortable being uncomfortable, and so the faster we can push them to play, the easier it'll be on Friday night.
There's a variety of different sort of physiological adaptations your body can make to sort of cool itself off better. But again, that takes time. It's not going to take just 1 or 2 practices. It happens over weeks.
I say quite often that this is not an easy thing. If it was, everybody would do it. Hopefully we do enough that the kids feel like we can go out and play in any type of climate, we can go out and play in any type of situation, and it's not going to affect us.
Team bonding is one of my favorite parts of being a football player and having a team. I know they got my back and I got theirs.
Off the field, definitely very funny, kind of loose. We got some funny guys on there. On the field, that kind of goes over a little bit.
I've met a lot of great people coaching high school football, whether it's kids or coaches that I still call my best friends today.
And this is my 28th season, and it's never been just about football.
You're darn right you coach football and you know football. You're darn right you're very good at X's and O's, but the culture is more so developing the kid. And I think that's something we made some hires last year. And I think we're going to have a coaching staff across the board in all sports, including football clearly, that would be the envy of any school in the PIL.
There's only one rule. You cannot run outside the bags.
You know, we do all the passing leagues and we do all the stuff in the summer and we throw it around and it's cute and everybody looks good, but you don't find out until really this Friday where you're going to stand in terms of being able to actually block and tackle.
Hit him in the mouth, work your feet, drive through them, just like the bags we do. If you do that, you'll survive.
I'm just like, yes, let's go. Like this is what we're waiting for.
On go! Sack! Go! Eat him! Get off the
First and foremost, it's a game. It needs to be fun. It's not about me, it's not about the coaching staff, it's about Grant High football.
We are developing a program where we're teaching the kids values and we're really keeping them accountable and they understand the connection between the student athlete.
The byproduct of it is your win-loss record, and you know everybody pays attention to that, but there's more to it than that. I want to increase, I guess, what the kids' expectations are of themselves, to expect more out of themselves everywhere, not just football, but everywhere.